And the shutdowns also brought a massive logistical and communications challenge for the Greater Cleveland Food Bank.
Yeah, that's because the food stamps benefits for the month of February came weeks early, 2 weeks, prompting confusion and concern. News 5's Jordan Vandenberg has the story.
The Greater Cleveland Food Bank is a place of constant motion. These are hurried times as the federal government stands still.
The Greater Cleveland Food Bank and our partner food banks and agencies, I think, are getting busier by the moment as the shutdown drags on and as, frankly, problems compound.
Okay, thanks a lot, guys.
Do they ever? From floor to ceiling, the food bank's supplies are piled high. The same could not be said for the federal government's SNAP benefits, better known as food stamps.
We are glad that the dollars are there because the dollars are critical for families who are in need. But a lot of folks may not realize that that's their February benefit coming early.
SNAP beneficiaries in Ohio woke up Wednesday to see their benefits came 2 weeks early. That's because the USDA opted to distribute the last remaining money it had. In addition to helping federal employees living without a paycheck, the food bank now has to remind every SNAP recipient to budget their benefits wisely.
And SNAP doesn't last all month long. It may last a client for a couple of weeks, and then emergency food centers, in addition to the own dollars that they have that they're trying to stretch as far as they can, emergency food centers step in.
The impact of the SNAP program cannot be understated. This single bag of white rice represents a single meal that all food banks can provide. But for every meal that they can provide, SNAP provides 12. See the difference? If the government remains halted, however, the end of next month will bring the end of those SNAP benefits.
If the SNAP program runs out in the month of March, we know that clients are going to be turning to us and to our partner agencies for well more than a handful of days' supply of food. And it's going to be an enormous challenge to try to meet that need. We cannot increase our distribution by 12 times overnight.
58 million meals do not collect themselves, so the Greater Cleveland Food Bank is a place of perpetual motion, even if the federal government remains on pause.
The fact is that the need in our community is only growing.
And people with questions about the SNAP program are encouraged to call the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. We also wanted to point this out tonight. This is the food bank's monthly produce distribution. It happens on every third Thursday of the month, but this is the first time that has happened since the government shutdown. It's also the first time since federal employees have gone without a paycheck. It's the first event that this has happened. So federal employees who are struggling to put dinner on the table, breakfast on the table, lunch on the table, they're encouraged to come here and pick up some produce. Reporting live in Cleveland tonight, Jordan Vandenberg, News 5.